Hey, welcome back. How you're doing? Hope you're well. So today, obviously, we're carrying on with basically how we finished the video yesterday with regards to this diesel tank leaking. We still haven't figured out where it's coming from. We don't think it's the actual nose now, though, because I've run my finger around it. Basically, we had the diesel heater running last night for an hour and 44 minutes, it said on the actual timer on the diesel heater, and there was nothing. I couldn't see any drips. When I ran my finger on it, there was nothing. Woke up this morning, and again, there's still nothing. I can't see any drips. I've left like the kitchen towel underneath all night. And yeah, there's no drips on that. When I run my finger on it, there's nothing either, so we're not too sure where it's coming from. It might actually be the seal on the tank that could be doing it, because when I'm running my finger along it now, there's a bit of residue there, but it's not enough to know if it's where the leak is or if it's just kind of where like it hasn't wiped off when I wiped it with a tissue. So I'm not too sure. At first I thought it could have been the nose, like I said in yesterday's video, but then secondly I thought it could have been the fact that maybe when I was filling it up I was just a bit clumsy and actually spilt a bit or something and I didn't realise. But that wasn't the case either, I don't think. So I think it might actually be the actual joining part of the tank that could be doing it. So the only thing we can really do is just kind of play it by ear and keep checking it like every day, and then seeing, like, trying to figure out where it's coming from. So I'm thinking maybe actually get some Sikaflex out and actually just run that all around the nose and then all down the bottom joint as well, and just kind of seal it all up and make sure it can't come out anywhere. Yeah, so it's this joint here that I'm on about, so the joint that runs all underneath, that I think might be causing the issue, because even when I just ran my finger like then, there's nothing on my hand or anything, so not too sure. We're just gonna have to keep an eye on it. Yesterday's trip to B&Q wasn't all fruitless, because we actually ended up getting a bungee strap and a couple of these little eye screw things that we can screw into hook this sort of stuff down here. So if you look down, we've got our chopping board, our table, and the actual table leg all in this corner, but obviously when you're driving it can easily slide this way. So what we're going to do, you can kind of see now what it's like, but we're actually going to put these hooks on these eyes. We're going to put one here, and then we're going to put one on the inside of this cupboard that it's going to permanently like hook round to. The only thing we might have to do, we might just have to bend this or something just to make sure it stays in. But yeah, that's going to secure this in place, and then it means when we're driving, then it's going to slide around. Obviously it can move a little bit, but like it ain't going to move a lot, you know what I mean? So that ain't going to be a danger, because the danger is that this stuff slides over here and smacks the diesel tank, and obviously you don't want that because you're going to have diesel everywhere. It hasn't done that, but so that isn't what's caused the actual leak that we've got in the diesel tank. But that could happen, obviously, if we don't secure it, and we don't want that. Now I've got the joyful job of emptying out a tin cupboard, which is never enjoyable, especially because at the minute we're overloaded with tins. This turned out to be a lot quicker job than we thought it was going to be. All we did was screw that on the inside of the cupboard and hook the other side on it. That can't come off now. And on this side, we was going to screw on this side, but if Tabitha comes over, you'll see why we couldn't. Because if I screw this in here, which was what I was thinking, when this cupboard opens, obviously this is going to be in the way. So what we've done instead, luckily our imperfection of building this cabinet left a little gap here, and this fits perfectly in it. So all you got to do is just hook it round, and then hook it into that little gap, and it's solid and nothing can move anywhere. So it saves us a bit of time and a bit of effort, but we're going to keep this anyway just in case we do need it, because we might be changing these doors at some point, and if we do change the doors we will be putting this in, because this will be a lot more secure than just hooked around a piece of wood. But for now this will do, and it secures that up. Another nice quick and easy job done. So now that's all the little jobs done we wanted to get done on the van today. We're going to have some dinner, and then we're going to try and go out for a sunset walk, because the clouds are lifting and we can see some blue skies, so we should get a nice sunset.
When we went to get the gas bottle the other day, we went up this little road and we saw a little parking space, and there's a footpath going through the woodland area that goes around near Beaver Castle. So I thought we'd go and check it out tonight and do a little sunset walk. So it has come over cloudy now, which is a shame, so we might not get a sunset, but it'd be nice for us to go and stretch our legs, and you never know what we'll find.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready?
So we've just got here. We don't exactly know 100% where we are, but it's only about a 10-minute drive from my mum's. We think we're walking that way. You can walk that way as well, but we're going to go that way into the woods today.
See, it takes time to forgive, and I promise you I will wait for that day. I never thought my lonely heart would ache for my own scars. No, I never thought my lonely heart.
Overlanding Sophia told us the other week about this really cool app. It's called Seek, and it allows you to take photos of a flower and it should tell you what it actually is. So I'm going to quickly test that out now on this purple flower here. All you have to do is go on the app, click on this photo here and quickly take a photo of your flower. So it's coming up saying it's a dicot, I think that's how you say it.
It's focusing. There we go.
Oh, it said it actually couldn't identify the species on this one, to be fair. So I tried it again at a different angle. It's actually come up with what the species is. It's a common rhododendron. I don't know how you pronounce it, but that's how you.
Hold on, wait till we focus. There you go.
But it's really cool the fact that we can actually learn about flowers and nature actually when we're travelling, which is something I don't really know too much about. So it's definitely something I'll learn on the road. This app worked really well when we were at Liam's parents for the day. We were going around their garden scanning all their flowers, but today it seems to be having a bit of a problem and keeps coming up with it can't really find what species it is. I don't really know what's happening really. So I've just scanned this one again. I tried it up there and it kept coming up as nettles. I don't know if it's just because I was a bit too close to the nettles and that's what it was seeing, but it's actually come up now. So I think it can just be a bit funny sometimes.
When the day turns into night, it's you. Under my eyelid, one big fight, it's you. Well, everything can go to pieces. I don't care, as long as you're there. Like the sun kisses the clouds. It's game on. Racing pulse, we get loud. Game on, stay strong. All I wanna do is stay.
So we just got back from our walk. It was only about 2 or 3 mile walk, but it was actually really nice just to get out into nature and just get some fresh air into our lungs. But we've actually, where we've parked, it's actually really perfect to actually stay here for the night. So we've added it onto park for night, which is what we'll be using when we're actually on the road. It's just a shame that we actually have somewhere to stay tonight, so we're not staying here. So I think we're going to end the video there for tonight. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Patient, half insane. It's you.